Guys, I'm back with another review, and this time it's about A Storm of Swords by George R. R. Martin. This is the third book in the A Song of Ice and Fire series. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil in this review. This is actually my favorite book so far. It's a high fantasy series set in the medieval times on the continent of Westeros, where royal families trying to sit on the throne. It may sound a little boring, but it's so not boring. If you would strip the story of the medieval background and the fantastical part of the story, it would actually work as well, because it's just a fantastic story about political games, deceit, love, loyalty, friendship, and stuff like that. I feel like book one was actually just setting the story, introducing the reader to the characters, to the world and stuff. And then one major thing happens, and then, it goes on with book two. And book two seems like to be the setup for A Storm of Swords, because now people finally meet each other. The characters in this series are just phenomenal. There's no character that's really black or white, and especially in this book, you will find characters that you hated, and all of a sudden they try to be better, or they are doing something that you wouldn't necessarily expect of them. There are also new characters, well, not new characters because you hear from them in other books, but now you really see them in the story. You have a lot of religions. You have the new gods, you have the old gods, you have like the religion of the Iron Islands, and you have the Red Priests, which believe in the god of fire, and you get introduced to that religion in book two. With all those religions going on, and you will see that the gods have impact on the characters, on the story. Yeah, I'm pretty interested how this works out. Every book is told in many perspectives. I actually had a problem with the character Eddard Stark in book one because it was a little bit too boring. He was a little bit too good for me, and too noble, and a very honorable man. In book two, I can't remember, but there were, I think, one or two characters that I was kind of on the fence in reading. And with this book, I was really, like, it grabbed my attention, which none of the two books before did, actually. Like, for the whole story. The pacing is a lot better than in the first two books. And I have to say, when you come to like half point in the story, it's so fast. It felt like a split personality. Like one chapter I was happy, everything was going the way I wanted it, and the second I was like, oh God, no! How could you do that to that person? And that actually shows me that George R. R. Martin is a fantastic writer, because otherwise I wouldn't care. I just love it. And there are certain characters I'm so proud of. The way they changed. Yeah, there were humorous chapters, there were horribly sad chapters, and I can't wait for people to get their punishment and their happy ending. Although, with happy endings, I'm not so sure if George R. R. Martin is actually a writer that wants to have a happy ending. Because one thing, be prepared. If you want to start with the series, everything is possible. Every character can die. Every character can change in a way you wouldn't expect. And it's just a roller coaster ride. And I know these books are monsters, because they are so long, you feel like you don't get forward. It took me, I think, 3 weeks to read this book, and I don't think I could have read it like in a sitting or just over the weekend, because I had to have some breaks in between because I was so frustrated with how the story went or what happened to characters. Yeah, I hope you liked it, and leave me a comment if you're interested in reading these books or if you have read them. If you like high fantasy, if you like to have a story with twists and turns, with like a supernatural, fantastical flair, give it a try. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.